Today, our topic is how to make peace with impermanence. Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, joys and sorrows, beginnings and endings. One of the hardest truths to accept is that nothing lasts forever. Everything changes. People come and go. Situations evolve. Emotions shift. Even the strongest mountains erode over time. This idea of impermanence can feel scary or sad, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, learning to make peace with impermanence can bring us freedom, clarity, and a deeper appreciation for life. Let's talk about how we can do that. First, let's understand what impermanence really means. Impermanence is the idea that nothing stays the same. It's a universal truth. The seasons change, the day turns into night, and even our thoughts and feelings are constantly shifting. Think about it. When you were a child, your worries were probably very different from what they are now. The things that made you happy or sad back then might not matter to you today. This is impermanence in action. Life is always flowing, like a river, and we are part of that flow. The problem is that we often resist this truth. We want things to stay the same. We want to hold on to the people we love, the moments that make us happy, and the stability that makes us feel safe. But trying to hold on to what is naturally fleeting can lead to suffering. This is where making peace with impermanence becomes important. So, how do we make peace with impermanence? One way is to practice acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean we have to like everything that happens. It simply means we acknowledge reality as it is. When we accept that change is a natural part of life, we stop fighting against it. For example, imagine you have a favorite tree in your yard. Over the years, you've watched it grow and change with the seasons. One day, a storm comes and the tree falls. You might feel sad or even angry, but if you accept that this is part of life, you can find peace. The tree was always going to change, just like everything else. Acceptance helps us let go of our resistance and find calm in the face of change. Another way to make peace with impermanence is to focus on the present moment. Often, we suffer because we're stuck in the past or worried about the future. We might dwell on what we've lost or fear what's to come. But the present moment is the only thing that's real. When we bring our attention to the here and now, we can see that life is still happening, even in the midst of change. For example, if you're sitting outside on a sunny day, you might notice the warmth of the sun, the sound of the birds, and the feeling of the breeze. These simple moments are real and meaningful, even if they don't last forever. By focusing on the present, we can find joy and peace in the small fleeting moments that make up our lives. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers another helpful perspective on impermanence. The Stoics believed that we should focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. They taught that external things like money, possessions, and even relationships are not within our control. What we can control is how we respond to these things. When we understand that everything outside of us is temporary, we can focus on developing our inner strength and wisdom. For example, if you lose a job, it's natural to feel upset. But instead of dwelling on the loss, you can focus on what you can do next. You can choose to learn from the experience, grow stronger, and move forward. This mindset helps us navigate change with resilience and grace. Gratitude is another powerful tool for making peace with impermanence. When we take time to appreciate what we have, we shift our focus from what we've lost or what might change. Gratitude helps us see the beauty in the present moment, even if it's fleeting. For example, if you have a loved one in your life, you can choose to appreciate the time you have with them, knowing that nothing lasts forever. This doesn't mean ignoring the pain of loss, but it does mean finding joy in the moments we have now. Gratitude reminds us that even though life is temporary, it is also full of beauty and meaning. It's also important to remember that impermanence is not always a bad thing. Change can bring growth, new opportunities, and fresh perspectives. Think about a time when something in your life ended, a job, a relationship, or even a phase of life. At the time, it might have felt painful or uncertain, but looking back, you might see that it led to something better. Maybe losing that job pushed you to pursue a career you're more passionate about. Maybe the end of a relationship helped you grow as a person. Impermanence allows us to evolve and discover new possibilities. When we embrace this idea, we can see change as a natural and even positive part of life. Another way to make peace with impermanence is to practice letting go. Letting go doesn't mean we stop caring or forget about what we've lost. It means we release our attachment to things that are no longer in our control. For example, if a friendship ends, you might feel sad or hurt. But holding on to anger or regret will only keep you stuck. Letting go allows you to move forward and make space for new connections and experiences. It's like cleaning out a closet. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you create room for something new. Letting go is a skill that takes practice, but it's one of the most freeing things we can do. Finally, making peace with impermanence means finding meaning in the journey. Life is not about reaching a final destination where everything is perfect and unchanging. It's about the experiences we have along the way, the people we meet, the lessons we learn, and the moments that touch our hearts. When we accept that life is temporary, we can focus on what truly matters. We can prioritize love, kindness, and connection. We can live with intention and purpose, knowing that every moment is precious. In conclusion, impermanence is a natural part of life, and learning to make peace with it can bring us freedom and joy. By practicing acceptance, focusing on the present, embracing Stoic principles, cultivating gratitude, and letting go, we can navigate change with grace and resilience. Impermanence reminds us to appreciate the beauty of the present moment and to live with meaning and purpose. Life is a fleeting, ever-changing journey, and that's what makes it so beautiful. So, let's embrace the flow of life, knowing that even though nothing lasts forever, every moment is a gift.